Hey guys, it's Michael. I have a very exciting update for you on the second stimulus check and second stimulus package. In today's video, we're going to go over how top economist William Lee told CNBC yesterday on Wednesday that the US needs at least $3 trillion in stimulus to support the economy's pandemic-induced downturn, and other top economists also came out as well and began urging Congress to pass a larger, more broad second stimulus package. He goes on to urge Congress that we have to get the money out there as soon as possible, and we need it now in order to prevent a downturn in the economy. Then we also have very exciting news from Chuck Schumer. Senate Minority Leader Chuck Schumer came out late in the day yesterday, and he explained how he doesn't expect this bill to pass the Senate. He explained how when the bill doesn't pass the Senate today, Senate Republicans who are up for re-election will start their campaign trails, head home, and we'll hear from Republican mayors, Republican governors, Republican hotel owners, Republican restaurant owners that they need to do more and that they need help now. He thinks that this pressure from all of these Republican people in their states are going to push them to pass a more broad second stimulus package before the election. So he says while this bill might not pass today, he thinks that this is actually going to be very good for us seeing a more broad second stimulus package with more direct relief measures in it. But before we get started, it would really mean a lot if you could like the video down below and subscribe to my channel. It's completely free to do so. In addition, it says about 50% of you watching are not subscribed. So if you'd like to stay up to date on the second stimulus check, second stimulus package, as well as other news updates, well then please be sure to subscribe. Also, don't forget you can get 2 free stocks valued up to $1,400 when you download the Webull investing app using the link down below, and get $5 immediately when you download the Acorns investment app as well. So, Milken Institute's chief economist William Lee told CNBC on Wednesday that the US needs at least $3 trillion in stimulus to support the economy's pandemic-induced downturn. The relief package, he said, should be aimed at programs that incentivize business owners to expand remote work opportunities and helping people find secure jobs. He says the main focus needs to be getting people back to work, creating more jobs. He said on CNBC's Squawk box that I think the one thing that everyone agrees on is that Congress needs to get in there and get in big. He explained how the issue is, how do you get a big stimulus package and really help out the economy without a permanent increase in fiscal deficit? He goes on to say that that's why the programs that are put into place with Congress have to be targeted, extremely targeted, and designed in a way so that they disappear once the economy comes back online again. Because he said we need trillions of dollars right now, but we can't afford to add more and more money to the US deficit. He says we need to minimize how much we're adding to the US deficit while also providing the most support possible. Moving on, pandemic-related restrictions enacted earlier this year led to a record 33% plunge in second quarter US GDP, which is the worst in American history. So, as states started to reopen from May and until now, a revival in economic activity was insufficient to undo the damage that was done. And he says that is why we need more stimulus, because everything is recovering, and that's great, but we're still nowhere near where we were before everything happened with the pandemic. So Lee explained that this is why we need to have an extended stimulus package, but US policymakers seem not to be able to hear that message and not realize what is going on in the economy. He goes on to explain how every penny helps, and the danger is that these guys in Congress will fiddle around to try to redesign a best program to really meet some perfectionist criteria that doesn't need to happen. He says they just need to get more money out to the people. So he ultimately goes on to urge Congress that we have to get the money out there, and we have to get it out there now, this week, as soon as possible. So, while Republican-led Senate Majority Leader Mitch McConnell wants lawmakers to vote on the bill and hopefully pass it today, top economists believe that this bill isn't large enough to truly help out the economy. Many people, including Senate Minority Leader Chuck Schumer, believe this bill isn't likely to become a law or even pass the Senate, but instead he believes it's a political messaging tool to contrast Republicans with Democrats ahead of the November election. He says they're simply doing this so that they can say they tried to pass more stimulus and it was the Democrats' fault that more didn't pass. He believes that this bill failing, though, will lead to Republicans passing a bigger bill, which I will get into now, and this is really good news. So Chuck Schumer told CNN's New Day yesterday that the crisis and the pain of the American people in the pandemic is getting greater and greater, and Republicans keep thinking that it's getting smaller and smaller and things are getting so much better. He said, however, that the reason is very simple that they are thinking this. There are 20 Republicans in the Senate right now who want no more money. They don't want to pass any more stimulus. So McConnell had to, in a very cynical exercise, put together something that would check the box that they did try to pass a stimulus, even though he knew that many Republican senators didn't want to pass any more money at all. Schumer goes on to say that the bill McConnell introduced on Tuesday and that they're planning to vote on Thursday today would also leave out children who need food assistance, not pay rent, rural areas that need broadband for virtual learning, the restaurant industry, hospitals, and more. But he said the good news is that there's a good chance that Republicans will feel the pressure to pass another bill. And that once they see that Democrats are not going to fold on this emaciated bill, which leaves out so much money for so many Americans that need help, the pressure will begin to amount on Republicans, and he believes that they will ultimately get a bigger bill proposed and passed that will address issues of the American people. Schumer goes on to explain how when this bill doesn't pass the Senate, Republicans who are up for re-election will start their campaign trails. They'll head home, start up their campaign trails for re-election, and we'll hear from hundreds of thousands of people, from Republican mayors, Republican governors, hotel owners, Republican restaurant owners, that Congress needs to do something right now to help them. And these people are going to urge their Republican senators to pass more money in order for them to vote for them. They're going to say, you need to pass more money, we need help, you need to do something now. And Schumer believes that this pressure will cause Republicans to come back to the table with a better stimulus relief bill than the one they are currently talking about right now. So while it isn't good news that they don't expect the bill to pass today, Chuck Schumer believes that by this bill not passing today, it's actually going to lead to a better bill for everyone. It's going to have more stimulus checks, more direct relief measures in it, and this will ultimately be better for everyone, even though it may take a little longer for it to pass. So anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. That's just a quick update on the second stimulus check and second stimulus package. Don't forget to get your 2 free stocks valued up to $1,400 when you download the Webull investing app using the link down below, and get $5 immediately when you download the Acorns investment app as well. Thank you so much for watching. Please be sure to like the video down below, leave a comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time.